Hey guys, it's Justin, the artist that draws WorldBreakers, the webcomic, written by Phil F., drawn by me, Justin A. Um, I am gonna try to start doing these sort of weekly videos, probably for the Patreon later on once we've got that actually set up. But for now, especially while I'm just practicing, getting the hang of sort of talking about certain things while working, um, everybody gets to see them. I'll probably put this up on Friday, right along with this episode that I'm working on right now, which is episode 27. And yeah, let me know if you watched it. Don't tell me if it sucks, because I'm sure it's going to suck, and I just can't take hearing that right now. Let's see what's going on here. So I'm working on episode 27. It's mostly a lot of talking. Apologies to everybody. I know we've gotten used to like a bit more exciting stuff going on screen, but it's a very important episode story-wise, so it's just as exciting for me. Also, it takes about half the time since it's really just a bunch of drawing, Baron von Hausen here and Hero's mom Helena talking. So that's cool. Let's see. What did I want to talk about with everybody? Before I go too far into things, I just want to say thank you. If you are a reader of the webcomic, thank you so much. Just for really taking the time to scroll and read the words and look at the pictures. Like, we put a lot of ourselves into this, and we're very passionate about the project itself. But and I mean, you know what? It'd be cool. It's fine if it's just the two of us reading it, but it means so much more to know that there are people out there reading it with us. So thank you so much. Thank you if you've, given us a nice, given us a rating, even if it's low. You told the truth. That's fine. I won't fault you for that. But I double appreciate it if you gave us a high rating, because that's just how I am. All the ratings, all the likes, anytime you've shared it, if you've shared it, if you haven't shared it, make sure you do that. Put it up on your Facebook, on your Twitter, Reddit, wherever, your Tumblr. If you like this comic, maybe your friends will too, and then you guys will have another cool thing to talk about when you're hanging out. Who doesn't like to have stuff to talk about with their friends? I do. I think it's cool. Anyhow, I'm getting a little off track. What I'm saying is thank you. A double super extra thank you to everybody, because if you have perused the front page of LINE Webtoon recently, you'll notice that WorldBreakers has somehow made it into the weekly roundup portion that highlights 10 or so of the sort of what I've always sort of seen it as, like being the up-and-comers in the Challenge League section of Webtoon. So it's really cool to be a part of that. The exposure is nice. It's great to have more people reading. So yeah, awesome. Thank you everybody again. Thanks for coming here. Thanks for being who you are. I think that's dope. So yeah, okay. So we got that out of the way. Thank you everybody. What's going on right now is I'm doing in some flat colors for the comic before I go over and give it some life and some volume with the shading and all that. I like to I'll do everything, all the colors on just one lazy layer, to go back over later. Because that's how I roll. I'm sure if you saw our first break time episode, I included a little bit about like my process for working on the comics. In future videos, you'll definitely get to see more than just the super boring flats portion of it. Sorry about that, by the way. Like, I should have started this video back when I was doing the lines. Anyhow, the flats, even though, I mean, they're very dull, but they're very important because you gotta have stuff colored. But they take a lot of time. It takes a super long time to color stuff, especially since I have a pretty particular method of doing it. I don't do any fills. I brush in every single bit of color you see here, except for like the backgrounds, but maybe we'll get to that. So yeah, that's why when I made the switch to just a portion of the comic being colored, I mean, that's why I had to do that, because it was taking a really long time. I was wearing down my hand, my tablet nibs really quickly, so it just wasn't the best thing for me to be doing in order to get these out regularly. What page are we on now? So thank you for continuing to read, even though I kind of, raised your expectations and then cut them all down, because I'm a terrible person like that. My B. Let's see. Let's talk about this. So this scene in particular, I thought was really cool. We sort of get to see a little bit behind the scenes, following, like going back a bit to after Baron von Hausen sort of, he saw those ice cream bowls that Milo had dropped behind him after overhearing his father. So we get to see sort of like what happened after Milo ran away and Baron von Hausen found out that Milo knew. He's a tricky guy, this von Hausen. I'm setting things up to look as though the kids were kidnapped, so that he could sort of keep things afloat with his old friend Helena. I just can't wait to see where this is going. So exciting. So exciting. The best part about all of this is that it's in my head, this is all still just the prologue for the story. It's really just like getting things set up, introducing you to characters, introducing you to the world. Gosh, you guys, I'm so pumped about this project. I can't even express how excited I am. I don't know if you know how all of it went down, but yeah, you know what? I'll talk about that later. I don't want people to miss the cool story behind WorldBreakers and what got it started. Whoops, that's not a download completed. I don't torrent things that's illegal, guys. Don't torrent is bad. Man, that threw me off. Okay, so yeah, the story, very exciting. Gonna blow up a bit. Things to talk about in the future. The background behind WorldBreakers, what got us here. Maybe a couple hints for what's coming in the future, but none today. None today. Let's see. What did I really want to get on? I don't know. Thanks for sitting around with me while I mumble to you while coloring. I think it's really cool. I really want to keep doing these for sure. I'll definitely have a video to accompany next week's episode. I don't care how many people are listening or watching or not listening or watching. If you are here, let me know what you want to see. Like, what part of me working on the comic would you like to see? If I'm drawing it as spacey as I am right now, it's going to be even worse, but I'm definitely going to try that. I want you to see sort of my process behind doing the lines, maybe some of the inks or whatever, instead of just boring flats. Definitely a bit with some of the shading. That's like the most fun there is in making this comic. It's really like giving things life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go much further because I don't want the video to be too long, and I also don't want to accidentally give away like some spoilers or talk about anything that we've got going on too soon. yeah, I guess that's really it. Thank you for listening or watching. I keep forgetting that this is actually a video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading the comic. A special huge shout out to the Tin Man Draws. Dude, you've been around since, like, I don't know, as long as I can remember that this comic's been going up. There's always been some sort of comment from you, and I super appreciate your feedback, your enthusiasm. Thank you hugely for the fan art, guys. Tin Man drew us a picture of Milo and Robin. It's really great. We featured it in the first Break Time episode. So dope. And you know what? Send us more, Tin Man. I want to see more. And maybe some more from everybody else. You guys can all send us stuff. There's no shame. We have some fun characters. I'd love to see, you know, what you do with them. Yeah, I guess that's really it. Thanks again for being here. How many times can I thank you before you run away? Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I should come up with a title for these. Yeah, leave some comments with suggestions for what these videos should be called. And I guess for now, that's it. We'll talk a lot more about a lot of things in future episodes. Let me know what you want to hear about. I'm not good at saying goodbye on the phone, and I'm not good at saying goodbye in these videos, it turns out. So I'm just going to hang up and say, talk to you guys later. Toodles.